time we would book ourselves, and so we would plan. We'd be like, we're going to tour for a month, we'll be home for a month, and we really did it in a really way that made sense to us. It was like practical to us. But with this album cycle, the whole everything is different. We have we brought on management for this album, and the management was like, our manager spread out the whole year or 2 years, and was like, this is what we're going to do for the next 18 months, and you're going to be here, so everything was way planned out, and we didn't really plan breaks, so there's been very little time at home over the last year and a half or so. And this summer has been even crazier because there's been a lot of festivals that didn't know about us until that happened, and so there's just a lot more attention on the band, and people wanting to get us, so that means that we couldn't plan for it like a year in advance. So we got these last minute offers. So now we're like, we'll fly somewhere, we'll play 2 shows for a weekend, we'll come home, we'll be home for 2 days, go right back out, fly somewhere else, play 2 shows, 3 shows, fly home. So we're basically living out of a suitcase. We're never fully on tour, never fully at home. This summer, it's been like that, really intense.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
Okay, and it's not healthy, okay. And it will continue a few months yet, still through the autumn.
Yeah, we've got another month and a half to go.
Yeah.
We'll finish up. End of September is our kind of our end game, and that was supposed to be the end, but now we've booked some shows in November, so
okay.
It's a little bit more, but October will be like the first month off since January of last year.
Okay.
And we can start writing again and do it all over again.
So you want to start writing again?
Yeah, we want to start writing again. You get to that point where you're just, you're playing the same. I mean, of course, we have 4 records, lots of B-sides, but you kind of get stuck in a set. You play what you feel is the most powerful stuff, but and some of those songs you've been playing for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And we want to play them, but some of the newer songs, you want to inject new energy, new emotion into what you're doing. So a lot of the songs we're playing, even that are new, are feelings from 2 or 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You're on tour playing these songs, and then they're very fresh at first, and then they kind of the feeling changes. You grow as a person, your feelings change. You go through new things, and you want to write that down. You want to express that on stage.
Yeah.
So when we finally sit down and write in October, we'll get to sing about what 2014 was like,
Okay.
and then that'll come out in 2016. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a funny thing. But it's hard for us to write on the road. We don't really write on the road because there's not really time to.
But how do you actually do that? Play the same songs over and over again with the same enthusiasm and energy, because people actually will actually expect you to do that, the audience from the concerts. How do you actually do that all the time? Because I could imagine that sometimes when you play the same song for 354 times, it actually grows a little bit. You know actually exactly what the other people in the band will play. You know what you're going to do in 2 seconds. The surprises can run the risk of being left out. How do you actually, put new energy into those old songs?
Well, for me, I often say, if you write a song that's honest to you, and for me, if I write words that are honest to me, and an emotion that is very real, it's easy to perform it passionately, over and over again. And of course, things do wear, and sometimes your body is worn down, and your mind's worn down. You're just tired, or emotionally spent. And that can be difficult, but it's also something you can channel into. You can take those negative things and channel them into a song. Because as long as the song is honest, it comes from that place of passion, and you can always recount that. And that's really what it's about. Is for me remembering those moments that the song was written, why it was written, the place that and the time and the person, seeing the person on stage that I'm speaking about or singing about. That's what it allows me to dig something deeper out of it over and over again. But one of the other interesting things is that sometimes those in that same sense, you go through this thing with, say, just sing a love song or a song about the loss of love. You did that once, and then 4 or 5 years later, you end up doing the same thing again with somebody else. And so this song that was this old emotion, you find yourself back in it. And I know it sucks. It's kind of one of those funny things. We have a song called "On the Water" from our 3rd album that speaks about that. The line is "Body of mine, body of Christ," and it has to do with kind of making the same mistakes again because you believe. In my case, speaking about that, it's like believing in love so much that you make the same mistake again when you know that it's going to end the same.